like shocked. Let me tell you what happened. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Prissy, Missy, or Prissy, whatever you want. But either way, I'm gonna talk my talk, okay? And let me tell y'all, we got some ghetto ass stuff happening on 90 Day Fiance. So if you don't know, I do commentary on 90 Day Fiance. Yes, honey, that is my show. That is my baby, like I like to say, okay? So if you know, you know, and if you don't, you don't, but now you know, okay? Watching this season, you know the castmates have been absolutely losing their mind. But what I'm about to tell y'all today, honey, I thought Joffrey was bad. I thought it was bad at Joffrey. But no, honey, it gets worse, okay? So if you guys know, Paul and Karine, who we initially met them a couple years ago. Karine is from Brazil, and Paul, obviously, United States, if you watch the TV show. But Paul and Karine are currently in the United States. They finally moved to the U.S. after living in Brazil for like 4 years or so, right? So, baby, let me tell you, when I found this out, I was like, I know this is not really happening, but this was really happening because it was ghetto as shit, okay? Like, if you want to know what the ghetto is, this was the ghetto. So then we see Paul going on live. This started on Thursday, right? This started on like Thursday, Friday per se. And Paul got on live and he was saying all these things on live. And basically, y'all, what I'm about to tell y'all, I was like shocked. Let me tell you what happened in all of these moments. Like, we kept getting live after live after live after live. So we find out that Karine is actually pregnant again. Mind you, they don't even have the baby that Paul shares with Karine is not even 1 yet, y'all, and she is pregnant again. Y'all know currently on the show, Paul doesn't even have a job, barely got them a place to live. So I don't even know how that's gonna work out. But on top of that, let me tell you what's going on. Apparently, Karine's been cheating on Paul. When he got on the live, basically he was saying that Karine was on the phone trying to get child support. First of all, how do you get child support if you're not like divorced? So that brings in question, like, Paul, are y'all like already divorced and we just didn't know this and y'all was just like living together trying to make it work? You know what I'm saying? So he was like, yeah, she's on the phone with her lawyer. Who paid for her lawyer? That's what I want to know. Like, where is she getting the money if you don't even got a job, Paul? Like, how is she getting a lawyer? But anyway, he's like, Karine's got a lawyer. She's on the phone with them right now. She's trying to get child support from me. I'm like, oh my God, this is so ghetto. Then we find out that Karine, I guess, has been driving off with some guy. Yes, y'all. Guess she been out here in these streets. First of all, what I want to know is, how y'all still in these streets and it's COVID? Ain't y'all scared? Y'all just driving around doing whatever the hell y'all want and y'all ain't scared? Let me tell you all the things that happened on the first day. The cops were called on Paul. Paul was on there talking about oh my God, the cops are coming. Oh my God. Karine pushed Paul. Paul called Karine a cheater. She also accused him of being, Karine accused him of being bipolar. We found out that Karine is pregnant again. We don't even know if it's Paul's kid. That's the crazy part. Karine has an open case with CPS, y'all. Has a whole open case with CPS, Child Protective Services. Baby, if it don't get worse than that, it get worse than that. She ran away to some guy named Blake's house. This is the guy that she's been cheating on Paul with. Caught an STD. She calls Paul lazy. She doesn't cook. She doesn't clean. She doesn't change the poopy diapers. Y'all know on the show he likes to say poopy diapers. Apparently she eats at Brazilian restaurants several times a week. She was like, Paul, if you're not gonna fund this lifestyle that I thought I was gonna have, I'm gonna get it at Blake, whoever this Blake guy is. Spends money that she doesn't have. Obviously she doesn't have it. It's Blake that's giving it to her. Wants to sponsor entire family to America. Secretly planning divorce and child support. Well, girl, it's not secret no more because you were there when she was calling the lawyer for child support. Doesn't watch Pierre and lets him run to the street. First off, the baby not even one. So how the baby running to the street? That's what I want to know. This is crazy. She calls Paul bad, crazy. Obviously, Paul's an arsonist. He went to prison for that. He's a gaslighter, going live on private matters, acting suspicious, places camera at bad angle when going live. And he needs to calm the fuck down. So Paul going on live, literally telling us everything that's going on a play-by-play. Y'all, so then it gets worse after that. Then Paul gets on live again and he's like, Karine's gone missing. Paul, how the hell she gone missing? Cops came or whatever. They didn't actually end up arresting Paul or Karine at the time, but I guess Karine was like running away with the kid when Paul first got on live, and his mom was like trying to stop her from like taking the kid. It was like freaking crazy, y'all. Like, oh my gosh. So anyway, she ran away with the kid or whatever. And then the next day he gets on there and he's like,
hey everyone, it's gonna be a little scary. I can't believe I have to make this message. It's really, I've got me really upset right now. Sheriff's department just came by and they are looking for Karine. Karine is missing. They don't know where she's at.
Yeah, she's missing. She like ran away. She probably ran away with this guy, and he was like, the sheriffs are like really worried because obviously she has the baby too. And it was like, what the hell? Like, Paul, I hope you ain't like kill her some shit, because it was just like getting really, really weird. Like, you know, it goes from like all of this like craziness and cheating and all this stuff, and now all of a sudden like she's missing, and he's like putting the sheriff's card on like live, asking us to go and look for Karine. He was like, if anyone has seen Karine, let me know. Baby, we don't know where Karine is. You probably know where Karine is, but we don't know where Karine is. Then he gets on live later, y'all. He's in the hospital letting us know that he got tested.
Little wait and get the results back now. Karine took off with Pierre.
But he went to the hospital, like full on in the hospital bed, and found, I guess he went to go get tested for an STD, and I guess he says he caught the STD from Karine. I don't know what's, I mean, obviously we don't know. He's like, I've never cheated on my wife. Karine in the past has been accused of cheating on Paul and running away with strange men. And I mean, he says that, you know, she's still running away with strange men in America. But the crazy part about it is, I don't know if y'all know, but Paul was pimping out Karine on OnlyFans. Like, so I don't know why he gonna be mad if he was like trying to have her all sexy and stuff on OnlyFans and like trying to literally pimp her out on OnlyFans. And maybe that's why she found this Blake and all these like strange men that she's been like literally running away with like in the middle of the night. And it just goes to prove to y'all that the people that are like, oh well, if they're with me all the time, there's no way that they could possibly cheat on me. Where there is a will, baby, there is a way, okay? And clearly Karine has been finding that way since the day she met Paul, okay? And this is what I'm thinking. So, you know, Karine and Paul's situation was different in the sense that she never said she wanted to come to the U.S. Even when he wanted to bring her, she was never eager to come to the U.S. And just recently, now they're in the U.S., she actually has her paper, she has her green card, so she can actually like work, right? The thing about it is, Paul's accusing her of now wanting to sponsor her entire family. So I don't know if she like kind of manipulated the situation so it could go in her favor. Like, oh, make Paul think for all these years, you know, I don't want to come to the U.S. Finally, he forces the idea on her. They get to the U.S. and she's like, hey, got your ass. I got my papers. And now I can actually like bring my family here. So I don't know if she was like thinking different in that mindset. Also, Karine was literally a baby when she met Paul. Like, she was like 18 or so when she met Paul. And on top of that, she literally had a room of like unicorns and like teddy bears and like Barbie dolls. It was like she had like the mindset of a child. And so if you're gonna be with someone who has the mindset of a child and a young, you know, a young like, you know, a young thing, you know what I'm saying, like a young baby, they're not really going to like be thinking about like, even though she's like married, I don't think she's like has that proper like, I guess, sense or mentality of like what it takes to like hold a relationship. I think she's still trying to like do her per se. Like, she was literally a baby, and then on top of that she got pregnant and had this baby, which Paul's not the first one. So y'all thought that Big Ed, if some of y'all just started watching 90 Day Fiance and y'all saw Ed ask Rose on 90 Day Fiance if he could give her an STD test, but he wasn't gonna take one, which was just like disrespectful. It's like, and he did that over dinner. Like, I wish you would like try over food. You gonna ask me over food, baby? Honey, not today, not today. But no, Paul had actually asked Karine for an STD test, and you know there were allegations coming out that the baby actually wasn't Paul's. Now, who's to say if the baby's Paul's or not? But I guess he actually scrapped all that and was like, yeah, the baby's mine. It is what it is, right? And then Paul ended up moving to Brazil. Okay, and so with that, we don't know, you know, all these cheating things are coming back. It sounds like she probably has been cheating on him for a minute, but I'm over here thinking like, Paul, I hope you ain't kill her, because if you guys know, Paul has a past of being an arsonist and being violent, and those are on his record, so y'all can go and check that out. He has done some things that he didn't have no business doing, and so I'm over here like, damn, I really thought Joffrey was the worst, but Paul, I hope Paul ain't like do something crazy that he might regret later on. You know what I'm saying? Because he over here trying to get the baby back. He's like, I'm gonna get the baby back, but it's like, Paul, you ain't got a job, so how you gonna get the baby? I think at this point it's probably even best like the mom like raises that baby, because honey, it is literally a hot ass mess. Literally, I'm trying to update y'all as like things are going on, because like it's literally so crazy. Also filed a restraining order on Paul, y'all. So let me read you guys what she said. On multiple occasions within the past 3 weeks, the response pushed me, grabbed my breast, squeezing and twisting, hurting me, pushing me to the floor, covering my mouth for his penis to my mouth, and forcefully raped me, and he refused to throw things. He yells or he threats to call police. He currently holds my green card and my documents. I am not allowed to leave the house. He monitored my phone, the cameras around the house, and he can see through his phone who arrives, who leaves. He threats to take our son Pierre away if I ever leave. He forced me to drink alcohol by threatening me, so I drink some. So this is just some of it. Do not want them close. Afraid of them to hurt my son for revenge. My family in Brazil, but I don't feel that also saying that he thinks that somebody may have translated for her, and whoever translated for her, obviously he feels was lying. And then you guys also have to remember that he also does have cameras all over the house, which is like creepy enough. I'm sorry, but if like we both, like if me and my mans are in the house and my husband putting cameras up against like my will, my happiness, I'm not gonna feel like safe per se. I'm gonna always feel like kind of like, why do you have cameras like watching me? Obviously there are some things that have probably happened in the past too that have led to the fact that yes, he has anxiety and stuff like that, but obviously there have been things that have happened to the point where it's like you feel like you need to have cameras all over your house. You need to be tracking her phone. You need to be doing all. And let me tell y'all something. If you need to be tracking somebody's phone, okay, you don't need to be with them, because that is some kind of unnecessary stress. I wish that I would take my time out of my day to be tracking your phone. We got one life, okay? Use it wisely. Stop trying to always track people's phone, tracking what they doing. If you gotta do all that, that's probably a sign that y'all shouldn't be together. Cause you got time. I know he ain't got no job or nothing like that. And you know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, we know that, but it's like, damn, like you could be using that time to find a job, do better, you know what I'm saying? Want better for yourself, but instead you sitting here trying to track what she's doing, where she's going in and out. And that's probably why she's going with her man Blake. And Paul obviously is always in some bullshit. Paul has always put somebody in danger. Like, if you guys remember the first season, like, he really blew me. Like, he had went into, like, the dangerous part of Brazil and, like, actually almost got him, the producers, like, everyone killed.
Now, need to walk away for a little bit. So I hope she understands I can't be with her.
Meu Deus, Ele tá louco? Pô! Que isso? Pô! Não! Não! Me dá isso. Eu quero falar. Me dá, eu preciso do tradutor. Me dá.
At this point, I don't care what I encounter. I get by a snake, I get in the dirty water and catch God knows what.
How?
You okay? You alright?
I finally confessed to Karine about my criminal record. I couldn't handle her reaction.
Like literally they had men that come out with machete and they like rob you and they like will chop you up right there and then. I forgot what they call, but like Paul always been doing some bullshit, always on some bullshit, and he's just like weird and just something like off about him. But at the same time too, it's like I don't think that these two people need to be together, because clearly, like I said, this is some ratchet ass shit. And not on top of that, not just that it's ratchet, but the fact that like this baby doesn't deserve all this bullshit. And like unfortunately this baby might end up in the system because they couldn't get their own shit together, you know what I'm saying? Probably the best thing, honestly, and I foresee this being the best thing, Karine just going back to Brazil and being with her family, because it seemed like that was where there was the most peace and there wasn't as much craziness. Now I'm gonna say allegedly because I don't know what is what, but she does have a restraining order on him. And I don't know how long the restraining order is from, because you know sometimes they'll have it for like a month or so. I really honestly genuinely hope she's okay, because like when you start to do all of this like stuff together and all these things are happening and it's turning into a tornado, something bad really happened. I don't want that to be the situation for either one of them or that child. And so for me it's like whatever is best for that child at this moment needs to happen. And you know, other than that, they need to separate. Paul is not healthy. Paul ain't able to be right in his head. Paul has never been right. Paul is always like it's always antsy. He's always doing something that's gonna put himself or somebody in danger. So do I believe her? Yeah, I do believe her, even though this is like an allegedly thing. She does have the restraining order, but I do believe her. I mean, it's pretty detailed. They need to be on the show anymore. Because this is, I mean, this is beyond what we can take. Too, if you see Karine on the show now, she looks stressed. Like she looked really stressed. It's like Paul done stressed her out since the time we had seen her, and it's not like baby stress. Like you can tell like he's really aged her this season. Like his mom is tired of his shit. She tired too, and I'm tired of it too. So Paul, you need to get your shit together. You need to stop. If you don't want no more STDs, baby, then you need to go somewhere. I mean, he stayed accusing her of STD, so you need to go somewhere, Paul. Now y'all got a kid. You need to go somewhere, get healthy, get yourself right, and she needs to go somewhere, go with her man Blake or whatever it is, and then let this baby be in a safe place. That is the most important thing. And he gonna find him somebody else. She gonna find him somebody. Well, it looked like she already found her somebody else. Okay, so we'll see what happens. But that is like the craziness that's been happening. It's literally been going on like all day, all night. Like I couldn't even keep up with for this. Like I was like, oh my god, while I'm filming this, like something else is gonna happen. But let me know what you guys think. Do you guys believe Paul? Do you believe Karine? Like what do you guys think about the situation? I definitely want to hear it, because baby, this is some ghetto ass shit for sure. Ooh, child, I would hate to be in this situation. And I hope to see you guys next time. Bye.
I've had frustrating morning, trying to find work. Karine's mad. She's bringing all these things up, poking at me.
You need a job, kiss baby.
I just cannot deal with it anymore.